Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Learn Top Academy, your one-stop place for Class 10 English explanations. In this video, we're going to dive deep into the story A Letter to God by G.L. Fuentes. It's a powerful tale of hope, faith, and a bit of irony. So let's get started. The story revolves around Lencho, a poor but hardworking farmer who relies entirely on his crops for survival. He eagerly waits for rain to water his field of corn. Finally, it rains, but soon turns into a destructive hailstorm that ruins all his crops. Heartbroken Lencho fears that his family will starve and states that if God doesn't help me, my family and I will go hungry during the coming year. Despite his desperation, Lencho had unwavering faith in God. Do you know what he did next? He wrote a letter to God. Yes, you heard that right. He wrote a letter to God asking for 100 pesos to sow his new crops so that they could survive till the next harvest. He mails the letter addressing it simply to God. The postmaster, moved by Lencho's faith and innocence, decides to help him. He collects money from the post office employees, but could only gather 70 pesos. He puts the money in an envelope and signs it as God. When Lencho received the letter, he was not surprised to see the response. He truly believed that God helped him. However, he became angry when he received only 70 pesos. So he wrote back another letter to God asking for the remaining 30 pesos, but warns, don't send it through the mail because the post office employees are a bunch of crooks. The moral of this story is that Lencho showed unwavering faith in God. The story highlights a steadfast belief in a higher power, in the supreme power of God, even when one was faced with immense adversity. That's why Lencho chose to write a letter seeking help from God. The second one is of innocence and irony. Lencho's simple trust tragically clashes with the irony of the misinterpreting the very human kindness that saved him. He did not understand that it was the postmaster and his colleagues that helped him with the 70 pesos. Instead, he called them a bunch of crooks. The third moral is of human spirit. The postmaster's selfless act underscores the inherent goodness and charitable nature within humanity. So the postmaster made sure that Lencho does not stop believing in God. The lessons learned, hence, is that the narrative teaches us that faith can sometimes blind us to reality. An act of kindness and goodness often goes unappreciated. Let's read this question. Not a leaf remained on the leaf. The corn was totally destroyed. The flowers were gone from the plants. Lencho's soul was filled with sadness. When the storm had passed, he stood in the middle of the field and said to his sons, a plague of locusts would have left us more than this. The hail has left nothing. This year we will have no corn. The night was a sorrowful one. All our work for nothing. There's no one who can help us. We'll all go hungry this year. First question. Why were there no leaves left on the trees? The correct answer is because there was a hailstorm. Second question. Fill in the blanks. Lencho felt jubilant or devastated when he saw his destroyed cornfields. The meaning of the word jubilant is to express happiness, whereas devastated means in a state of shock or grief. So the correct answer is devastated. The third question, when Lencho says all our work for nothing, what does he refer to? So the answer is right here. Lencho says, all our work for nothing after a severe hailstorm completely destroyed his corn and other crops, leaving his family with no harvest and no food for the year. The statement reflects his deep despair and realization that all the hard labor he and his family put into farming had been rendered useless by the devastating natural event. The phrase highlights his feelings of frustration and helplessness, as his entire hard work in the fields was completely wasted, making the year uncertain. Next question. Why would Lencho have preferred a plague of locusts to a hailstorm? Answer. Lencho preferred the prospect of locust plague to the actual hailstorm because he believed that locusts, while destructive, would have left some crops intact, allowing for partial harvest and a chance to survive. The hailstorm was so severe that it completely destroyed every leaf, flower, and stalk, leaving nothing to recover and causing total loss for the family. If you would want to join my classes, comment below. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more such videos. Thanks for watching.